Hey traders, Chris Buss here with Traders Profit Compass with your midday market pulse for Monday, October 26th. Okay guys, let's take a deep breath and see what we've got. SPY 2 hour. We opened right above 341.50, made a little push, was rejected by the downtrend line. And now we've got a clean break of 341.50, which was our go, no-go level. Now we're clearly back in this range. Until and unless SPY can recapture 341.50, we've got to lean to the bearish side or step aside if you're not sure or not comfortable shorting. The index is clearly in a bearish posture now, having re-entered this prior trading range. And until and unless this 341.50 is recaptured, then the technical target is the bottom of the box, which is 322. Does that mean it gets there? Not necessarily. We'll have to see what happens. But right now it's testing this top of the gap. If the gap support fails, then we're going to come down to basically 335. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. Pretty clear break here, right down to this gap. I took a short here in 341s and I closed it a little bit early right in here. I'll reinitiate that short on a break of 338 and then look for 335 as we just discussed. Qs are hanging by a thread here at 280. It can technically save it here, which will stop the selling most likely in the other indexes, but if this goes below 280 much further, then it's going to go fast, and it's going to come down here to this gap at 277. Moving on to the 30-minute chart, you can see it a lot better. Initial push higher actually touched the top of our trend channel here, and if you're were a Sharpie, that's an objective shorting level right there. And if you shorted there, kudos to you. I didn't. So yeah, I mean, straight down. We talked about the break of 282 this morning in the pre-notes, that if 282 broke, 280 was coming up fast, and that's exactly what happened. IWM, our reinflation back to normal trade, got whacked, gap down, lost 160, came down to tag our top of the gap here at 158.50, and that is right out of the playbook from this morning. I got short on the break of 160, so I'm still in short. And I have a short on the Qs as well. Here's the 30-minute chart. I think this will come down and make another run at this 158.50, depending on what the other indexes do. But clearly to the downside now, until and unless 160 is recaptured. Let's move on to FANG. Facebook had the breakout that was rejected at Friday's closing high, and now retracing back down. A move below 278.75 targets the top of this gap at 276.37, and of course, if you weren't short at any time here, on a break of 276.37 would be your next objective entry here into the gap and look for further downside. Down about 2% so far today. Apple has held up pretty well, all things considered. Had a fake breakout here, lost 115, and now your key level is down here at 113.50, 113 key support. If you aren't involved, don't have anything on, I would consider a short on a break of this support and look for 110. But it's got to get back on the right side of things, it's got to recapture 115 and stay above, in my opinion. Tesla opened, let's see, where are we at? We went down and we came back up, touched this pivot here, 425, and was rejected. Now your downside target below 420 is 410, right out of our playbook this morning. And at 410 is your decision point whether you want to play for a long against 410 or wait to see if it breaks, and then below 410 would be your short. If you short it up here at 420, you're fine. Just look down here at 410 as a place to potentially cover, or roll down your strikes and stay short if you think 410 is going to break. But that's your key level, 410. Microsoft, bad day at the office. Opened near 213, ramped to close the gap, back up to the Friday high, closing high, and then let go and broke 213. And right out of the playbook this morning, fast move down to 210. So 209.50, 210 is your next level where I would be looking for support. If that breaks, then 205. Pretty impulsive move there on Microsoft. I missed it. Preoccupied with other stuff, and did not get on that trade, unfortunately. Amazon had a real strong morning. Got up, made a reach toward 3,300, didn't really make it, but then reversed. I think your shorting level or your decision point is right here at 3,200. If 3,200 can hold, I think you're fine. But if 3,200 breaks, I think you're coming back down $50 to 31.50. And then that will be your next decision level down here where it found support. Google, pretty much the same kind of price action. Opened low, came back up to almost reach the Friday closing high, didn't quite close that gap, but then reversed. And now 1590 is your key level. Anything below that becomes a short, targeting 1567 and potentially 1538 if I doubt all that happens today, but looks like it's trying to hold here at 1590. We'll see what it does. Netflix, we talked about this. Made a pretty strong opening move to go higher, but then on the break back below 490 was your objective short. And now, if it can't hold the lows of last week right here at 482.50, then you're coming down to 475. So I think this has to recapture 490 in order to get back on the right side and have a more bullish outlook. That's just a quick run through of everything. I know it's a little bit rushed, but markets are moving fast, and I want to get this out to you. I'm going to go back here to SPY and just see what's going on. So it's holding the gap here at 338. Qs holding 280. IWM holding the top of this gap. So that's where we're at 1141 as I'm speaking right now. Now, I sent you out a note letting you know that I closed everything. Everything except my index shorts that I just put on. NEO, GRWG, KWeb, all that stuff. I don't even have a list here. Reggie, yeah, KWeb, NEO, GRWG, and I closed my TLT short, which was a epic fail from Friday. I want to give you the methodology for doing that. When I see support breaks across the board at such monumental levels, I just say I'm out. I really don't even look at, well, this is going to come back and blah, 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 blah. I just get out and do a reset. And the reason being is my whole posture has just flipped from being cautiously bullish, as long as those levels held, to now being bearish. Now, could all that reverse by this afternoon? Of course it can, but we trade in the moment. So if I see, IWM recapture 160 and I see, 280 held on QQQ, and SPY come roaring back above 341.50, okay, we can reset. We can always go back and rebuy positions that we like. But I think the move has been pretty emphatic. I'm not looking for a bounce right back, but I'm open to it. And I'm not going to hold on to longs if my whole view of the market just changed. Could some of those outperform? Sure. But I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to let, throw good money after bad, if you will. Some of these were small losses. I'll have to look at the trade tracker to see everything. But to make a long story short, I don't care. I'm getting out of my longs. And I told you that Tractor Supply just broke a key level that we had pointed out the other day. That's now a short. Fastly, FSLY, broke a key level. I think that's going to be a short, although it's got earnings coming out in a couple days. You may not want to take that. But there's a lot of air under a lot of these stocks. And I'm not going to cry over what could have been or should have been with Reggie and some of these other names that were doing so well just a day or two ago. I'm going to jump into gear, and I'm going to take trades that make sense in the here and now, and not not wish and hope for some other outcome. So I hope that helps a little bit. And you guys do what you want. You're smart traders. I'm just telling you my methodology and thinking right at this moment. And you know what? We talked about it over the weekend. We talked about it this morning. We're 6 days out in front of the election. There's going to be a lot of turbulence. Unless you're really nimble and comfortable, with active trading, I think it's a step aside moment. If you had a lot of longs that you just got stopped out of, let this turbulence clear, or wait till your mindset clears and you reorient yourself to the price action of where we're at now. So anyways, let me wrap this up and I'll get it out to you right away, and we'll see how they close it this afternoon. But I think the triple whammy of what is it? Massive COVID spikes, no stimulus deal, Europe looking to go on full lockdown. I think in Spain, France, and maybe Italy are looking to go full lockdown on their outbreak. It's just a risk-off moment. VIX is over 32 as I write this, or as I talk now. That's a big red flag. And like I said, I'm not going to wait and hope that things change quickly, because in my mind now they probably won't, just for the next few days ahead in front of the election. So anyways, that's where we stand. I will fill out the trade tracker and update you on the P&L and all that kind of stuff at my earliest convenience, maybe after the close, and certainly by tomorrow morning I'll update you on all that stuff. So hope it helps. This has been Chris Buss with Traders Profit Compass. Talk to you next time.